Hey folks, before we dive into the Canada we know and love, let's rewind the clock way back. Long before the first Europeans showed up, this land was teeming with indigenous peoples. We're talking thousands of years of history, culture, and traditions. From the Haida to the Inuit Nunangat, diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities thrived. They were the original Canadians, living in harmony with nature and creating vibrant societies. Each nation had its own unique language, beliefs, and way of life. Imagine vast forests, shimmering lakes, and a sky full of stars. This was their home, and they were its caretakers. Their stories, passed down through generations, are woven into the very fabric of Canada. It's crucial to remember this rich tapestry as we journey through Canadian history. Picture this. The year is 1497. The world is on the brink of monumental discoveries and uncharted territories. An Italian explorer named John Cabot, sailing under the English flag, bumps into the rugged coast of Newfoundland. He's on a quest for a direct route to the riches of Asia, but instead he stumbles upon a newfound land teeming with potential. Cabot's unexpected discovery opens the floodgates for further exploration. Soon, European explorers are sniffing around the east coast like a dog on a scent trail, eager to claim new territories. The French arrive in the early 1600s with Samuel de Champlain setting up shop in what is now Quebec City in 1608, establishing a foothold in the New World. These early encounters are just the tip of the iceberg, hinting at the complex relationships to come. They set the stage for centuries of exploration, colonization, and, let's be honest, a fair bit of conflict and cultural exchange. The arrival of Europeans brought big changes to the land and its indigenous peoples, altering their way of life forever. Trade opened up, but so did fierce competition for resources and, sadly, diseases that ravaged indigenous populations, causing untold suffering. It's a complicated and, at times, tragic chapter in our history, filled with both triumphs and tragedies that shape the world we know today. Hold on to your toques and mittens, folks, because things are about to get interesting. We're diving into a fascinating chapter of history. The 17th and 18th centuries were a time of intense rivalry between the British and French in North America. Both nations were eager to expand their territories and influence. Both wanted a bigger piece of the Canadian pie, eyeing the rich resources and strategic advantages the land offered. The French, with their fur trading and alliances with indigenous nations, controlled a vast territory. Their relationships with indigenous peoples were crucial to their success. The British, meanwhile, were busy establishing colonies down south, focusing on agriculture and trade to build their presence. It was only a matter of time before these two European heavyweights went toe-to-toe. The tension was palpable and conflict seemed inevitable. And so began a series of skirmishes and battles, culminating in the epic showdown known as the 7 Years' War from 1756 to 1763. This war was fought on multiple continents. This global conflict had major implications for Canada, reshaping the political landscape and altering the balance of power. When the dust settled, the British emerged victorious, gaining control of New France. This victory marked a significant turning point in Canadian history, but the French influence didn't disappear overnight. The cultural and linguistic legacy of the French remained strong. Their language, culture, and traditions remained deeply rooted, especially in Quebec, where French heritage continues to thrive. This clash of empires would shape the future of Canada in profound ways, influencing its development and identity for centuries to come. Fast forward to the mid-1800s, the British colonies in North America are starting to feel their oats. They're growing restless, yearning for more autonomy, and let's be honest, a bit tired of taking orders from London. Enter the Fathers of Confederation, a group of savvy politicians with a vision for a united and independent Canada. They gather in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, in 1864 for what starts as a casual kitchen party, but quickly turns into a nation-building brainstorming session. They hammer out a plan for a new country, a confederation of provinces with their own governments but united under one federal banner. And on July 1st, 1867, Canada is officially born. It's a moment of pride and celebration, but the journey isn't over yet. Canada is still a work in progress with plenty of challenges and opportunities ahead. Section 5, the Iron Road West. Connecting a nation. Imagine a vast country stretching from the Atlantic to the Pacific, but with a bit of a transportation problem. The sheer size and diverse geography made travel and communication incredibly difficult. Enter the Canadian Pacific Railway, a monumental feat of engineering that would bind the nation together like a steel ribbon, creating a lifeline across the country. Building this transcontinental railroad was no walk in the park. It required immense effort, planning, and perseverance. It was a Herculean effort, fraught with challenges, rugged terrain, harsh weather, and financial woes. The workers faced numerous obstacles that tested their resolve daily. Thousands of Chinese laborers played a crucial role in the construction, facing discrimination and hardship. Their contribution was invaluable, yet often overlooked in history. Finally, in 1885, the last spike is hammered in at Craigalackie, British Columbia. This moment marked the completion of a dream. The Canadian Pacific Railway is complete, connecting east to west and opening up the west to settlement and development. It transformed the economic landscape of the nation. It's a defining moment in Canadian history, a testament to the country's ambition, determination, and, let's face it, a healthy dose of can-do spirit. This achievement laid the foundation for modern Canada, uniting its people and fostering growth. Section 6. Testing Times Canada on the World Stage. The 20th century dawns, bringing with it a new set of challenges and opportunities for Canada. The world is a powder keg, and two global conflicts will test the young nation's resolve. In World War I, Canada answers the call, sending troops to fight alongside their British allies. Canadians distinguished themselves in battles like Vimy Ridge, but the war comes at a heavy cost, with over 60,000 Canadians making the ultimate sacrifice. World War II sees Canada once again on the front lines, fighting against tyranny and oppression. From the beaches of Normandy to the skies over Europe, Canadians demonstrate their courage and commitment to freedom. These wars leave an indelible mark on Canada, shaping its identity as a nation that stands up for what it believes in and contributes to the global community. Section 7. A nation transformed post-war Canada. The post-war era ushers in an era of unprecedented growth and change for Canada. The economy booms, fueled by industrial expansion and a baby boom. Canadians embrace new technologies, from television to the automobile, transforming the way they live, work, and play. But amidst the prosperity, there are growing pains too. Social movements emerge, challenging inequality and demanding rights for marginalized groups. The women's rights movement gains momentum while indigenous peoples continue their fight for recognition and self-determination. Canada also welcomes waves of immigrants from around the world, adding to its cultural mosaic and transforming its social fabric. This influx of new Canadians brings fresh perspectives, skills, and traditions, enriching the nation's tapestry. Section 8. The North's true, North strong and free sovereignty at last. For over a century after Confederation, Canada's constitution remained tied to Britain. But in the 1980s, a determined Prime Minister, Pierre Trudeau, embarked on a mission to bring the constitution home and give Canada full control over its own destiny. It was no easy feat. The process involved intense negotiations with the provinces, culminating in a late-night drama known as the Kitchen Accord. Finally, on April 17, 1982, Queen Elizabeth II signs the Constitution Act 1982 in Ottawa, granting Canada full sovereignty. This momentous occasion marks a turning point in Canadian history. Canada is now a fully independent nation, free to chart its own course in the world. It's a proud moment for Canadians, a testament to their journey from colony to self-governing nation. Section 9, a multicultural mosaic modern Canada. So here we are in the 21st century. Modern Canada is a vibrant and diverse nation, a mosaic of cultures, languages, and traditions. From coast to coast to coast, Canadians celebrate their differences while embracing the values that unite them. Canada is a global leader in areas like healthcare, education, and environmental protection. It's a nation built on principles of peace, tolerance, and social justice, always striving to be a force for good in the world. Of course, challenges remain. Canada is grappling with issues like climate change, reconciliation with indigenous peoples, and economic inequality. But the Canadian spirit of resilience, innovation, and compassion gives us hope for the future. Section 10. Oh, Canada, a legacy of resilience and hope. From its ancient indigenous roots to its modern-day multicultural mosaic, Canada has come a long way, baby. It's a nation forged through exploration, conflict, compromise, and a whole lot of determination. We've celebrated triumphs, learned from our mistakes, and never stopped striving to build a better tomorrow. As Canadians, we're proud of our history, warts and all, and we're optimistic about the future. So let's raise a glass or a double-double, to Canada. A land of beauty, opportunity, and endless possibilities. Keep your stick on the ice, Canada. The best is yet to come indeed.